Welcome back, gamers. My name is Neumatix, and this is Minecraft Java Edition with Actually Additions, episode number 9. In this episode, I went ahead and added on some more additions, and I wanted to go ahead and dive into more of our power supply, power generation, and making everything run a little smoother. So let's go ahead and start it off. So in the last episode, we went ahead and made something called the vertical digger, and we also made something called the mining lens. I had also said that the lens of the miner, or I should say, yes, the lens of the miner, could actually be automated to make you ores over time with the atomic reconstructor. That is something we haven't gotten into, and is something I might be able to get into this episode with making the auto placer and the auto breaker, which is pretty much all we need in order to make that work with our item sorting system we got going on right here. But I actually wanted to go ahead and get this extended out so I can make something called the bioreactor. The bioreactor is something that we can draw more power from with all of this wheat and all of the carrots that aren't doing anything but just sitting in the farmers here. Also, by making this thing, we could go ahead and kind of get rid of our canola press and our canola thing going on right here, because I want to move that probably into the other extension I'll show you over here that I have going on, and I wanted to kind of maybe make the center of the building a bit of a spire or something to draw energy from, a center point. So in here, this little building I made, I wanted to go ahead and set up the canola farm. I may have enough room, but I'm actually not for sure. And I want this canola farm to go ahead and relay energy all the way to the other end of this bridge so we can get the vertical digger. And I want to go ahead and make a bit of a quarry at the other end on this mountainside. And by the way, last episode we made the fishing net. This thing is so slow. Oh my god, I think that we would need to go ahead and make multiple of these in order to make it sufficient, in order to make it work the way you'd want, so you can have an abundance of fish. That little one right there ain't gonna do the trick. Anyway, I went ahead and gathered up all the resources we are going to need in order to make this bioreactor, so I think I can just go ahead and click it. Empowered Inorite crystals. Oh, there we go. We just need to go ahead and put some of these like this. Let's do one more. I made a bunch of these earlier, and I actually drained all the power out of my Empower downstairs. All right, let's grab that. So we can make one, and I actually want to make 2 of them. Cool. All right, so now we can actually put this, maybe, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just make it kind of symmetrical. So I want to go ahead and bank the items going into these, and then bank the power off of these into the other systems. So before we get started, let me go ahead and kind of explain how the bioreactor works. So you basically just put anything that is related to nature and food. So I could basically put this carrot in here, and it's going to generate a certain amount of CF. If I put something else in there, like maybe some cooked pork, actually I don't know if I could put cooked pork. No, I can't. If I put maybe something else like a potato, or I put a sapling, it would generate a different amount of RF in order to go ahead and get something out of all of that. Then we can transfer that energy from those to something else. So I'm going to go ahead and place this right here, advanced energy relay system, and then that one on top. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and take this advanced item laser relay on that one, and maybe off the back of that. So let's go ahead, click this, click that, and let's see, I don't think it's actually going to do anything right now. Okay, so I forgot. That is not how advanced item laser relays work, or the item laser relays in general. They don't work on their own as a system to put in and out items. We need to go ahead and have the hopping item interface like I have with our main storage system over there. I did try a variant of using just the item interface with some hoppers and a system going from this one to this one to these, and for some reason that's not working. It needs these hopping item interfaces in order to work properly. So let's go ahead and just do this, and then I'm going to go ahead and do this, and we should be able to go ahead and place a item laser relay, because we just want anything. We want anything going into these that would be going into those. So let's go ahead and do this, connect it to this. Let's go ahead and connect this one. Let's go ahead and see if it can connect from that to that to those. It does not take wheat for some reason. I don't know why a bioreactor doesn't take wheat, but we could go ahead and get the carrots going at least. And let's go ahead and take this to this one, And it looks like it's working. Nice. Okay, cool. So we have carrots now going both into both bioreactors, which will then in turn generate us some RF. Very nice. Now, this whole thing with the wheat not working with our bioreactors isn't necessarily a bad thing. What we can actually do with this is we can take the wheat that's coming from this farmer into this chest, and we could put it into our sorting system we have over here with all of our chests. And then we can actually take any of the carrots and the random junk that we don't use, like all of these seeds, and transfer those over to our farmers, and then whatever's excess going over to our bioreactors, making a whole uniform system going on between using energy and planting anything we want. What's also nice is we don't actually have to worry about this taking all of the carrots out of it. It will actually only take the carrots in this section. So we don't have to worry about it being completely taking all of the carrots out of it and not planting anything. This will go ahead and continue getting more carrots out of it and placing it in our bioreactors. Now, I did say I wanted to go ahead and get this energy coming from these two and going into the farmers, so it's all powering one another. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go and connect that to that. And then I'm going to check. I don't think these... Oh, it is an advanced item laser. Is it? No, it's just an energy laser relay. And this one is an energy laser relay. And I have 7 advanced ones. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off. And I'm going to replace them with the advanced ones, because I'm going to be using more of the advanced ones eventually anyways. So this will work out very nice. Let's go and do this. Connect that to that. And then this to that. Awesome. Cool. So we actually have everything hooked up now. All right. So what I want to do now is go ahead and do what I was saying earlier, grabbing some of the items out of this chest, going over to those that will be used in the bioreactor. I don't know how well this is going to work because these seem a little bit finicky, a little more than I remember on how to get all of the items transferring in and out. So I'm going to go ahead and go to this advanced item laser relay. If I need to, I can go ahead and use some filters I made earlier, so we go ahead and make this work a little better. But I'm going to go ahead and go in this, go and grab a carrot, and when I do this and then I connect this one to this one, we should see carrots popping out, and they are very nice. Okay, so in the outbound, carrots are now going into the hoppers, which are going into the bioreactors, which then will be used to go ahead and give us some power. I also went to this advanced item laser relay and I went and put the seeds in outbound. So if there are any excess seeds that end up in here that go into this chest, they will then in turn go out of here and into here to be used for power as well. All right, now that we got all of that set up, I want to go ahead and get this energy coming from these over top this building I have here and over to my newly made building on the other side, because in here what I want to do is go ahead and make those atomic reconstructors with the auto breaker, auto placers, and stone system kind of going all at once over this way. All right, I ended up getting all of this set up. I don't know if it looks the greatest with how these are going through the blocks, but whatever, it's fine. So I got all of those hooked up together to that pylon, which goes over to the roof of my house, which goes over to this one, over to another one over here, and then finally last over here, which I can then in turn use this one to go down into this building that I just built, so I can go ahead and give power to anything I'm going to have down there. Okay, so I think it's high time we go ahead and make some of these atomic reconstructors. So I'm going to go ahead and make a few of these. If I actually had what I needed, I'm going to go and grab some iron casings, some redstone, and then some iron. And then from there, I already got the items set up after we get our atomic reconstructors. I'm going to make 3 of them because we're going to need at least 3, maybe more later on down the line, but I'll make 3 for now. And then I want to go ahead and make that auto breaker and the auto placer. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. All we need is some cobblestone, void crystal, basic coil for the auto breaker. And then let's go ahead and make the auto placer. So you need a palace crystal with all of that stuff. Grab that. Very cool. Okay, so now let's go ahead, go down to my other section of the building and get this stuff set up if I can get through the door. Okay, so let's go ahead and place this guy right here. So we got one atomic reconstructor right here. We can actually place them all right next to each other, I think. No, actually, let's leave some room so that we know what we're doing with the auto breaker and the auto placer. So let's go ahead and place the auto breaker right here, and then on the other side, place the auto placer. So right here, we should be able to place stone in here. So when the stone is in here, it places it. It gets broken by the atomic reconstructor when it has that lens of the miner on it. And then we could go ahead and have that ore broken by the auto breaker. So in order to make this work the way we want, we're going to need to go ahead and click these with a redstone torch in order to toggle the redstone mode, because we want these actually to work off redstone mode and not the other way, because if it's the other way, deactivation, if I go ahead and place a stone in there, it's just going to place it and get broken right away by this breaker. We don't want that to happen. We want it to only break in place when certain events happen. All right, guys, so off camera, I did a little bit of tinkering around with this thing, and I think I finally got it working correctly. So I went ahead and set the breaker and the placer to deactivation, and then I put the breaker, of course, right here, the placer right here, and I set up this little circuit to power it automatically. I should also note, I also put the atomic reconstructor to pulse mode. So when a block is placed, it sends a redstone signal to the atomic reconstructor, which then slowly sends a signal to this redstone torch, turning it off, turning this redstone off, which will activate the breaker to go ahead and break the block above it. So let's go ahead and see this in action. I'm going to go ahead and take about 4 of these, place them down, breaks it. Oh, that is working so nice. Perfect. The only problem I have with this is literally 4 blocks and I'm out. I'm out of power after 4 blocks, and this thing needs to catch up again. And if it is under a certain amount of power in the atomic reconstructor, it actually just will not do anything to the stone block. The stone block will stay as it is. It will send the pulse and break it into cobblestone, which is something I don't want. So this means I need to generate some more power. I even ended up taking the little generation of power I had coming from the canola press over here, along with the bioreactors. So I have the bioreactors right there. I have those connected to that pylon, going over to this one. But then I went ahead and added some more power with the canola press and the fermenting barrel and the oil generator, and I sent that over there. Actually, I have this. Oh, no, it is working right. It is working right. This power goes over to here, goes up there, over to my building over there. So out of all of that power, it is still not enough to make that work properly. So I need to find out how I can generate more power for my machines, which there aren't many other ways of generating CF. So we have the bioreactor, we have a leaf eating generator somewhere in here, which basically would work really well with a tree farm, but I don't have a tree farm, so that's not going to work for me. And then we have the solar panels. The only problem with these is I need 8 of these just to match the power output that is coming from the oil generator over here. So I think my best bet literally is going to be making the canola farm, because canola literally puts out the most amount of power you can get out of the mod. So since I wanted to go ahead and leave canola power all for an episode of itself, I'm going to go ahead and create some greenhouse glass, and I'm going to create some more of those fishing nets so I can get more fish out of them. So I went ahead and got a palace crystal block, and then all we need is some prismarine shards. Yes, I have not gone to any underwater temple. The way I got these is by putting it in the atomic reconstructor with the nether quartz. Those turn into prismarine shards. The atomic reconstructor is amazing. I swear, it makes so many things that makes it easy on you so you don't have to go out and forage for them. Anyways, so we need 3 of these. And then we need, I believe, the cyan dye. Okay, let's put that down. And that should go ahead and turn it into what we need, which then if we go over to the greenhouse glass, you can see we just need 1 of those with some kind of sapling and then glass in between. So that will make 2 for us, but we are going to need a lot of greenhouse glass because we have a lot of farm. All right, back up at main base, we can go ahead and go into here, greenhouse glass. Let's make as many as we can, which is only 6. I could only literally make 6 of these. I can actually make 6 more, but I think I need more glass. I think I ran out of my glass. Anyways, doesn't matter. We can get more later. But literally, when you take the greenhouse glass, all you need to do is make sure that it's over your farm, whatever plant you have. So let me go ahead and get something that I can break real quick, some cobblestone out, and then we can go ahead and get this over where I need it. I can go ahead and go like this. And technically, right there, I could actually put one right here. And there we go. So now that I have this directly over some kind of plant life, it will go ahead and start making that grow a little faster, along with the worms that are helping us out as well. You know, realizing it now, I probably should have put that over my canola farm because I don't really need the wheat. I really need the canola. Oh well, doesn't matter. We'll fix it later. Okay, let's go ahead and place these brand new nets I made. Actually, I didn't even make any nets. I need to go ahead and make those. Let me go into here now and make some of the fishing nets. So I could go over here and then click on here. I should be able to make, okay, I can make 7 of them. I guess I couldn't make more. Oh, it's because I needed more string. I think I can make more string technically. I have some wool. I'll deal with that later. I don't really need that many. So I'm going to go and put these in here. I wonder, so last time I kind of did this maneuver. Yeah, there we go. So I could go ahead and place a chest right next to it. Hopefully this will speed up the process. And place a bunch more in here. We'll see what happens. All right, sure. I went ahead and placed them down. Yeah. Let's see if that works. I have no idea. I mean, it was working with 1 chest. If it doesn't work with 2, I'll just break them apart and make it 1 by 1. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode right here. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. If you did enjoy the episode, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new and you enjoyed the content today. I make videos like this every other week at least, and I would love to see you there. I think in the next episode, we will definitely get into the canola farm. We need it more than ever now with our atomic reconstructor and our breaker and replacer. This is something we really need right now. So I think episode 10 will be all about canola. Anyways, guys, I hope to see you there, and I'll see you later. Bye!